So in this class, like during our previous classes, we have discussed, okay, what is varchar to what is number data type, what is date data type, right? So you already know how to use these data types. But in today, let's do this. Let me create this friend and club table, and let me execute a couple of queries, and then we'll go from there. So first of all, you will have to connect to your Oracle SQL class. You open it, and then the first thing that you do, you provide your username. So database username is system, and then when you installed, right, you have input a password. You didn't input this system username, but you have input a password. Neither do you have Oracle SQL Plus installed in your computer? Uh, do you have this black screen in your computer? Yeah. So from internet you download Oracle 11G Express. You might say 18C version, but you have to register with Oracle site. So that the name is, you note this name. You have to download this software. I'm putting it in the chat. So it is. Let me put the link from where you will be able to download it. So if you go there, Oracle. I'm still sharing, right? 11G. If you type 11G Express, actually it will take you to the a little bit updated version. Let me remove this debug window. Now can you see, if you come here, get started with, and then if you click on, that is where you will see that it is actually 18C version. Can you see 18C version? So you'll be downloading it for Windows 64-bit. You'll be downloading it for Windows 64-bit. So what you I'm going to send this link from here. Please note this link and download this software. This one, this Windows 64, and then you install it. It will be asking for password. So you put your password as manager. Manager. That's it. Manager, all lowercase. The only thing that you will have to do, you'll have to input a password. So you input your password as manager. Do not input any other password, because you will forget, and then you'll have to reinstall it. So that's why I ask everyone to put their password as manager. So you come here, I'm going to send you this link. Where is my chat? Okay. So can you check if you have received this link from here? Okay, got it. That's fine. Okay, so you download, and you will get this window. Yeah. So here, your password, as I said, I put my password as manager. Let me see if I am able to log in. Actually, my password is incorrect. Let me put enter a username again. System, and then my password is manager. Okay, now I am connected. So first of all, let me see if I have this table. What is the name of this table? The name of this table is friend, right? So how do you know? Mhm. Any question? Okay. How do you know if you have a table? If you say DESC friend, means describe friend, and put semicolon. If you have the table, then it will show the description of the table. I do not have that table, so I'll have to create the table. So creating a table, for creating a table, what is the syntax that you use? Create table, and then what is the table name? Friend, right? Create table, and what is the table name? Friend. And then you put this, and then you put your semicolon. Now inside the parentheses, you will be giving all of your different data type. So what are the columns, right? You have friend name, you have friend address, you have friend phone, and you have friend email. Okay, so friend name. First of all, what is the column name? Friend name. So you come here. Now you put, what is your column name? Friend. Did we have discussed this table in the class already? We have created this class, this table. You did it by myself, but I think we did as a class, we didn't do it. So I would still I would like to do it here. Let me show you. I'm recording so that you can create your own. Now, what is my column name? Friend name. Now, in the friend name data type, what do you see? You see varchar, alphanumeric characters, names, right? Now, so it will be a varchar 2. And what is the maximum length? Let's say we have 7. I'll put 8 characters. So I'll put varchar 2 and then I'll put 8 characters. You got it? So you have friend name and then you have put your data type varchar 2 and how many characters? 8 characters, and then you put a comma. What is the next one? Friend address. So you type friend address, and then what is the data type again? It is alphanumeric. It will be varchar 2, and what will be the length that you want to put here? Guys, can you help me? Okay, let me count it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let's say put 12. And remember, you have to count the spaces. So we have the maximum, we see 12 characters. So I'll be putting varchar 2. And what is the size? 1. Can you see how I'm doing it? And then what is the next field? Friend phone. Right? Friend phone. I'm going to name the column name first. Friend phone. Again, friend phone, what will be the data type? Now tell me what will be the data type? Najda, are you there? Najda, can you hear me? Sharmin, you tell me, what will be the data type for friend phone? Alphanumeric. I mean, do you agree with Sharmin that it will be alphanumeric? Varchar? Okay, very good. Okay. So, varchar, varchar 2. And what will be the size of this varchar? 12. 12. Maximum phone number can be maximum 12 because we have a 10 digit 2 dashes. So, we'll put 12. And then we'll be putting another. We'll be closing the parenthesis. And what is the last field? Friend email, right? So let me put it in this way. Friend underscore email. So again, what will be the data type for friend email? Varchar 2. And then what is the size? Emails are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's put 20. Just want to remain in the safe side. And that's all. We have put all of these. We have put all of these data type, all of this column name and their data type, and then I'm going to say enter. Now table created. Who have question? How to create table? Do you have any question? The way we have created the table so far? feel free to ask me question, because if you have a question and if you do not ask me, you will be struggling later on. Okay. Now we have the house. Okay. Now we have the house. We have the shelf for the data. Now we are going to put this data into the shelf. Okay. So now, if you want to see if the table is created properly, how do you do that? You say describe, and what is the table name? Friend. Previously, remember that I was not able to execute the describe statement. Now, if I say describe, then I'm able to see. Give me a second, guys. Hello. It is a duplex. Yeah, it is. It has two bedroom, one bath. It is a duplex. Yes. Okay. So it's the rent is 1150, deposit 1150, and then 100 application fee. Application fee. Yes, ma'am. Sorry. Application. We do some checking, so that's why, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. So I'll do background check. Background check. I'll do the background check. Mhm, mhm. Is for the background check? Yeah, there is a cost, and for that the application fee is $100. How much means? I'm in the middle of something. Can I call you back? Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right, guys. So here, sorry for the interruption. Let me see if I have. All right. So here, if you take a look, when you have described this table, right? Describe friend name, and then you see that friend name. We have bar chart 2, and we have given the size is 8, and then we have friend address, and then we have given bar chart 2, and the size is 12. Right? Can you see whatever we have defined while we did this table? Everything you can see from the description. Now, so if your table is not created, right, then you cannot see this information. So now, since the table is now created, right, since the table is now created, we will be inputting the data into this table. So how do you input data into this table? What statement do you use to input data? You use insert into, and what is your table name? Friend. Okay, and then what do you do here? You put your column name where you want to input your data, friend name, and then friend address, and then friend phone, and then friend email. Right, I put whatever column names we have, I put it, and then I'm going to go to the next line. Now I'm going to give values. Okay, and then after I'm done inputting values, I'm going to put semicolon. Okay, so semicolon means end of the statement. Remember, can you see in this line I didn't put any semicolon? That means I have a next line of the same statement. I'm in the same statement. Now, what is the person's first column is friend name. What is the name? John. So remember, John is a varchar. Whenever you are inputting varchar data, you put it in the quotation, right? John. Next field, you put a comma, and then next field is friend address. Again, it will be in the quotation. And what is the address? First avenue. Okay. Next field is friend phone. What is his phone number? Again, it is a varchar. I'm going to put it in the quotation, and then okay. And the next field is friend email, right? Again, it is a varchar. And what is the friend email? Test1 at email.com. Okay, you got it. So we have input all of the data, and I have the semicolon at the end. That means my statement is done. I'm going to say insert. Now can you see one row created? Now if you want to see what data we have input in the table, if you say select star from what is the table name? Friend, right? You will see that, okay, friend name, friend address, friend phone, right? Friend email, everything you can see. So far, any questions so far? No question. Okay. So now I'll be inputting the second record. Each of these row is a record. I'm going to input the second record. For that, I'm going to click on my up arrow. And can you see insert into? I got that statement. I'm going to press enter, and then I'm going to click on my down arrow, right? I'll just change the value. What is the next person? Next person is Don. And then his address is 2nd Avenue. 2nd Avenue. And then what is his phone number? 222-456-2345. Okay. And then what is his email address? test2 at email.com, right? So I'm going to say enter. Now I have inserted another data. If you want to execute the select all, can you see? Now I have another row, John Don. Let me input the third data. So I'm again bringing the statement. I'm placing my down arrow, and then what is his name? Lemon. So I'm going to put this here, Lemon. And then what is his address? 3rd Avenue, right? Can you see I'm going there by pressing my left or right arrow? 3rd Avenue. And what is his phone number? Let me put his phone number 111, and then 233, and then 3453, right? And then what is his email address? test3 at gmail.com. And press enter. Oh, there is a problem. What is the problem? So can you see that value 2 lines, friend phone number? Who can identify what is the problem that we have created here? Guys, can anyone help me? What is the problem with this data? Yeah. So remember that we have defined we will be able to enter only 12 characters here. But if we take a look, we are trying to input 13 characters. That's why it is creating this issue. So now I have this data also in the table. Now how many data I have in the table? 3 data. I need to input one more data. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the statement again. And then now what is the name? Karim. Karim, and then 4th Main Street, 4th Main it, and then his number is 2233, and then 345, and then 2345, 2345, yeah, 2345, and his email address is test66@yahoo.com. Yahoo.com, right? Now I have all the, if you execute that select. So what do you do in by select statement? You do select a statement to see what data you have there. And remember, if I close this SQL window now, my table will be there, but this data will not be there. The data will be erased. So what you will have to do, you'll have to execute this commit statement. Now even if I close this window, but my data will be still there. Okay, so now let me ask you this question. If I ask you, okay, bring Karim's information from this friend table, how will you bring it? What will be the query for that? Bring Karim's information from this table, friend table. Uh-huh. Select Kori. Select star from friend, right? Select star from friend, where friend name equal to, it is a alphanumeric, right? You put Karim. Oh, I didn't get any result. Why? Okay, is capital. So that means whatever you put in the quotation, you will have to be serious about the case of the data. So now can you see that I'm able to see Karim's information? That is what we are calling query. By writing query, we can see what kind of data we have in the table. Okay. Now, so do you have any questions so far, guys? Up to that, whatever we did, do you have any question? Any of you? Nahid bhai? Okay, who has question? Nobody has question, right? Nobody has question. That's very good. So here, this I have created the table for the first one. I have executed a query. Now, if I ask you, Sharmin, if you can tell me, give me friend name who live in Third Avenue. What will be the query for that? Third Avenue, yeah. Friend name who live in Third Avenue. Select. Uh-huh. Yeah. You are partially correct. So I am asking, give me friend name. Give me friend name. I want only name. So what I am looking, select friend name from what is the table? Friend, where friend address equal to, what is the address in the quotation? Third Avenue, and put semicolon and press enter. Can you see it is lemon? That is what we are calling query. We are executing query based on some condition. So why do you need to write queries, right? Let me tell you this. So when you work with an actual application in the database, there might be so many records. There might be hundreds of thousands of records, hundreds of thousands of records. Okay, so if you want to see a particular part, so if you execute select star from this table, it will take longer time for the query to be executed. Here you can see when I am executing a query straight away I am getting data. But if you have so many data, if you say select star from table, then it might take a couple of minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Sometimes we saw a query takes an hour based on how many data it is returning. So if you want to see, well, if you work in a particular, if you need a particular record, you see, okay, I need friend name and for whom, who lives in Third Avenue. You are more specific, right? You are more specific what you are looking. That's why you write query. So if I ask you, okay, select Don's phone number and email address. How will you do that? Select Don's phone number and email address. What will be the query? Yeah. Uh-huh. Don's phone number and email address. So what will be the query? Select friend phone, comma, friend underscore email, where friend name equal to Don. Does it make sense? Oh, what happened? What happened to this query? Select friend phone, friend email. We have to say from which table? From friend, right? Why I didn't get any answer? Don will be, D will be, right? Now you can see Don's name, Don's phone number and email address. Any questions so far? Any from any of you? No question, right? Okay, very good. Okay, so our first table is created. We have executed, practiced some of the queries as well. Like these queries are not here in the list, but these queries are custom queries to show you like how you can write queries. Now, next thing we'll have to create that club table, right? Now again, for creating a table, create table, and then what is your table name? Club, right? And then you put your parentheses, and what are the fields? Again, friend name, and then friend underscore occupation, and then what is the next one? Friend contribution, right? Friend underscore contribution. Friend contribution. Remember, in the column name there will be no spaces. You cannot put a space. Column name will be always, you cannot put a space. So we put the column names, and then we are going to go to the next line. Now, oh, actually, yeah, we made a mistake here. Okay, let me bring it. We do not go to the, so when we are creating table, besides column we have to give what is the data type. Is that correct? So friend name, what will be the data type for friend name for club table? Speak up, guys. It will be varchar 2, and what will be the size? 2. 5. Let's say 5. 5. And then friend occupation, what will be the data type again for friend occupation? Varchar 2, and what is the size of the? Let's put 11 to remain in the safe side. And then friend contribution, what will be the data friend contribution? Number, what is the size? Okay, now let's see. close it and put my. Now table is created. If you want to see the description of the table, describe club. Now you see we have these three data we have to input. Now insert, if you want to insert data, insert into, what is the table name? The table name is club. Your table name is club. And then what are the different fields? One is friend name. Next one is friend underscore occupation. Next one is friend underscore contribution, right? Contribution, and then you go there. Now you put your values. We are still in the same statement, right? Now value wise, first one is name, Archer, right? We are going to put John, and then comma, and then what is the occupation? Friend occupation EE, again Barcher. Now this friend contribution, do I need to put a quotation? Because it is a number, because correct data, you do not have to put any quotation. Now you execute your query. If you select star from path, you see the data is there. Now I'm going to input the next data. What is the next name? Dawn, and then what is their profession? Programmer, and then what is their contribution? 3000, right? So it is there. Let's go to the next one. What is the name? Lemon. So you put your name. What is their profession? Let's say tester, and what is their contribution? 4000. Right? Now if you do a select star from club, what do you see? All of the data you see, right? And if you do select star from friend, okay, so can you see what is the relation between these two tables? So relation between these two tables is related by their name. Now let me explain this. Can you see from the friend table? In the friend table, we have the friend address, friend phone, friend email address in this table, and the remaining data of that friend, like friend occupation, friend contribution, is in the club table, right? So just try to understand this, right? Both of the table is holding data for same friend, but in table 1 we have some data, and table 2 we have the remaining data. John's address, phone number, and email address, we have it in the friend table. John's occupation and contribution, right, we have it in the second table. Can anyone give me a reason why we can create two other column here in the first table to save John's occupation and contribution? Why we have divided this data to two tables? But why we have to combine? So we need to combine, like, let me tell you, if you look at the document that I sent you, the Oracle soft copy document, right? The first thing you will see, there is a definition of a define what is RDBMS. What is relational database management system? What is relational database management system. So relational database management system is where we have multiple tables, multiple interconnected, interrelated tables. Related tables is a system by which we manage multiple interconnected tables. Now, if you see in the first table, we have few information of John. In the second table, we have the remaining information. That is the reason why we partition this data into multiple tables. The reason is in practically these tables are bigger in the application. Now, if you have so many fields in a single table, it will make your computer application slow. But if you divide this uh, data into multiple tables, then it makes computer application faster and it is easy to understand. So that's why we divide data, we cluster data. Now, if you look at the first query, display friend address and friend phone number who have email address, this one or not, and this one or this, right? So I'm asking you, display friend address, friend phone number who have email address test1 at email or test6 at yahoo.com, right? So how many table you need to access to get this data? Display friend address, friend phone, friend address in the first table, in the friend table, friend phone in the first table, right? Who have email address test1 at email.com or test6 at yahoo.com. So you need only one table to access for this, right? So I'm going to write this query, select. What do I need to select? Friend address and friend phone, right? Select friend address, comma, friend phone from what? From friend table. Friend, where there is a condition. Where friend email equal to test1 at email.com, right? Or friend email equal to test6 at yahoo.com, right? Equal to test6 at yahoo.com. Now we are seeing there is a problem. Friend phone, friend phone. What is the problem here, guys? This friend spelling, right? We have to correct the spelling. FRIEN, right? Now can you see friend address and friend phone who has email address test1 and test6? We have it here. The friend who has email address test1, his address is First Avenue. His number is 333-332-342. Friend who has email address 6, we have 4th Main Street and his email address. Are we seeing this information? Do you have any question on this queries? On this query, particular query? Who has question? Can you move forward with your question? Guys, does anyone of you have any question on this so far, whatever we do? Question? Okay, I'll assume that. No question. Okay. So here to answer this query, let me just make it a little bit like this. Now, so the same query you can write it in that way. You can say, okay, friend email in, right, in, what is the first email? Test1 at email.com, and then comma test6 at yahoo.com. Okay, so test1 at email.com, test6 at yahoo.com. You can do this and it will give you the same result. You can write the same query. Now hopefully you do not have any question. Let me go to the next query. Display friend address from the first table, right? Friend name from the first table, friend occupation from the second table. Can you see? Friend occupation from the seventh table and friend contribution from the second table. Is that correct? So now you have to combine both of these table to get data. Now remember, when you want to combine and when you want to get data from more than one table, first of all you will have to create a relation between these two tables. And what is the how these two tables are related? Can anyone tell me, like, how these two tables are related? These two tables are related by the name, by name, right? So what we are going to do here, guys? So we are going to say select, what are we looking for? Friend name, comma, friend address, comma, friend occupation, right? Friend occupation, and then we are looking for friend contribution as well. Friend underscore contribution, right? Friends contribution. Where is it? Where, or we have to give a from? You have to give from. Now how many tables you are getting data from? Two tables. You will have to put the name of both of the table, friend, comma, club, right? And then you will have to put the where condition. Now where condition will be, there is no where condition. You will, when you have more than two tables, you have to create the relation. What is the relation? You'll have to say friend dot, what is the common field? Friend name dot friend name, club dot friend name, club dot friend name. There will be a problem with this query. Now can you see, we didn't get a result. Instead it is saying column ambiguously defined, and it is putting the star here. Can you see, under friend name it is putting a star. So can you see this friend name? Now we have friend name column in the first table and we have friend name column in the second table, right? It is like, let's say if you have two David sitting here, right, in a particular room. If you ask, hey David, can you listen to me? Then both of them will be confused. Which David, right? So we have friend name in both tables. Now if you say, hey David from Shamli or David from Doraville, then you are specifically saying, right? So here we have friend name in both table and we are getting data. So you see where we have more data. In the first table we have 1, 2, 3, 4 data. So we will say from the first table we want the friend name from the first table. So what we'll do, we'll go back to our query, and then can you see where we are asking friend name, we are going to say friend dot friend name. Dot means, hey, of David of Durable, or let's say David of England, right? So we are saying friend name of friend table, and that of is that dot. Now if you say, right, can you see, we can see how many data here? 2 data, because John we have John in both table, right? So it was able to bring the John related data. And then we have Don in both table. So it was able to bring the data for Don, but it was not able to bring the data for Lemon. Why? Remember, the query is if the friend.friend name matches with the club.friend name. If you get that friend name from John in the club table, then only bring his data. Now, we have Lemon in both table. It was not able to bring the Lemon's data. So let's take a look what is happening with Lemon's data. If you scroll up, right, here Lemon is Lemon. This is the spelling, right? And in the first table, we have same spelling. Is that correct? Is there any difference between these two names, Lemon, spelling wise? No, right? Why it was not able to bring Lemon? Let me see. So when we have input data, guys, please let me know if you have any question. Other than that, later on it will be a you might not be understanding. So Karim, and then let me see where we have input Lemon's data. Lemon's data, right? Make it a little bit bigger. So we have Lemon, right? We have Lemon there. Okay. So in the second table, let me take a look if I did any mistake there. So do you understand what I am trying to find out now? What is the point that we have if you look at this, so according to the query, it should whatever name matches in both table, we should see data from both of these table. That is, John is matching with the second table, we are seeing him. Don is matching with the second table, we are seeing him. Lemon is same in both tables, so we should get his data as well. We should not get Karim, but we should get Lemon's data, but I'm not getting it. So what is the reason? Okay, so let me try to figure it out. So when you have executed this query, right, can you see from this query we get only two columns. We didn't get the Lemon's column. So I'm trying to see friend.friend name equal to club.friend name. Okay, so if I say select star from club table where friend name equal to right? And then so it is bringing data Lemon. Okay, now if I do select star from friend table, can you see I'm not getting any data? Guys, can you are you following me? When I'm saying select star from friend where friend name equal to Lemon, I'm not getting any data. Why is that? I know that we have a friend in friend table whose name is Lemon. We can see that, right? Can you see that we have a friend in friend name table whose name is Lemon? Definitely you can see, right? But can you see we have made a spelling mistake here? Limom, right? Sometimes a small mistake. It is not, the name is not matching with the second table. That's why we didn't saw his name. Is it clear up to this, guys? Do you have any further question? Okay, no question. Okay, let's go for the last query. Then we'll be done for today, hopefully. I'll actually summarize the class for today because I have some appointment today. So display friend address, friend name. Now this is a question. Notice this question. Friend address, friend name. Friend address is from first table. Friend name is from first table. Who made contribution of 3,000 or 4,000? Now this contribution is in which table? In the second table. Is that correct? Now let me write this query here. Okay. Select friend name, comma, friend address from. So we have like this query is accessing data from both tables. So we have to put both table. So friend, comma, club, where the condition is whose contribution is 3,000 or 4,000, right? When you are bringing data from both of the table, first of all, first of first of all, you'll have to create a relation. How do you create relation? You put friend dot friend name equal to club dot friend name, and then you have another condition, and then friend friend contribution friend contribution in, what is the contribution? 3,000. Right? Now there is a problem again. What is the problem? Friend contribution, contribution, friend contribution. What is the problem? Uppercase column name, column name doesn't matter, Nahid bhai. If it is uppercase or lowercase, data matter. Yeah. What is the mistake? Uh-huh. Oh, I see. Is that what we need to correct? Oh, okay. Is that what we need to correct? Is that all? Are you sure everyone we are good now? Sure, if we are good now. Okay, I'm executing. So now tell me. Yeah, exactly. That is what we need to do. Because friend name is in both of the tables. Right? friend dot, right? Now you see 3000 or 4000, right? Now if you take a look, if you go back to this document, 3000 contribution is made by Dom, 4000 contribution is made by Lemon. Now we only got Don, why we didn't get Lemon? Lemon name we put a spelling mistake, that's why we got only one field. Now up to this, do you have any question or anything that you want to repeat, any kind of confusion, any kind of ambiguity, whatever we have discussed? Amit, Sharmin, you tell me, what is your status? Do you have any question that you want to ask me up to this? Let me see once again. Thank you. Okay, okay. So the dot, are you talking about this friend dot friend name? Sharmin, are you talking about this friend dot friend name? Okay. So remember I said, if you take a look, we have friend name in both table. Can you see in friend table we have friend name column, in club table we have friend name column, right? Now if you say friend name, then the computer become confused from which table you are asking to bring the friend name, because you have it in both tables. So that's why we specifically said in the first table we have more data. We said, okay, bring the friend name from the first table. Any other question? Amit, are you there in the call still? Question from you? Okay, good, good. So up to this, right? Up to this, if we do not have any question, I'm going to send you this video, and I'm going to send you this SQL2 and SQL3 SW to work on. So you look at the video and you create the table and you try to write the queries. If you have any questions, send me an email. I'll be answering you. Other than that, I will summarize my class here today. If you don't have any question, I'll be sending you some manual testing discussion that we did and some database related discussion that we did. Let me stop recording.
Also the all the